You know, we it's just, you know, I think what's dope about it and what's different about me as an artist and like why I believe I'll do so well is like Jay-Z is like my one of my favorite artists.
For sure.
And I feel like what he did was he saw a lot of the rappers that the industry was signing very similar like what we see going on here in Chicago. And he saw how these industries were like, hey, take us to fucking Brownsville and Marcy and like let's shoot in the fucking like and this nigga Jay-Z was like, I can't get a deal right now, but I have a camera and I have enough relationships to be in my buildings and like to get 50 people out here and like we're gonna shoot this little video and like it's gonna be authentic, it's gonna be organic, it's gonna be real people in it, it's real businesses and it's people feeling like they're being represented. Like people want to see me win because they see themselves win and they know it's not a skit and they know it's not a game. And like that's where I am is like I see so much smoke and mirrors that like I'll be like Louis, like let's just go out or Twister, let's just go to Chicken and Waffles and we shoot. You know what I'm saying? Because that's real.
Because that's what Ye did with the Hurls Chicken, but he only showed that one Hurls. But that one Hurls was like super famous.
Is you talking about from Through the Wire?
Yeah,
my nigga, like that's what I said. My grandma, like she's over there, like on 103rd and Halsted, like kind of stuff. That's what my church and shit is. So like for me. Most like that's the I remember that moment. I remember the woman that walked in and said, "You're Kanye West." Like, so like that's what I'm about. And you can't buy that shit. Denzel Washington was talking about that's culture. You can't buy that shit. And at the end of the day, that's what I was saying when we talk about like the music business and the music industry. That's really all we got is the culture.
The culture.
You get what I'm saying? But they want the culture.
They want it.
And they'll buy it. They'll steal it.
It's a way we package it up and make it look pretty, and they consume it. Exactly. But we went through the rough side of getting it there.
And the dope thing about it is that the culture doesn't just exist in hip hop. It also exists in film, like Ryan Coogler. It also exists in sports, like LeBron James, Floyd Mayweather, and there's a difference, like with our whole community, everything that we do. Like, and I see that. You know what I'm saying? And I think that if enough of us, Arsenio Hall says some crazy shit. I've been thinking about it for the last week. He was like, when African Americans learn how to communicate, like they know how to dance, like we'll be in a better space. And like, I believe that like the dancing is the communication. So like dancing in the street, like all those like records, like, you know, like
break dance used to be competition back
you get what I'm saying? Like even like all of this, you get what I'm saying? Like I see it, you know. So yeah, man.
It's a form of communication. I get you all the way.
Absolutely.
How did you separate yourself from your brother's shadow?
I feel like in a lot of ways I'm still in his shadow.
I love your honesty,
like,
bro.
He's a big ass artist, and I think like the big whole thing, the like for me, hopefully the biggest artist, because I manage this nigga now too.
so you know how big he really is.
Exactly. But I'm also hoping he gets bigger. Exactly. But I think for me, it became less about getting out of his shadow and just understanding and recognizing my light. You get what I'm saying? Because I think that when it comes to creating music and trying to service an audience, we could get really caught up in the idea of hip hop charts, Billboard covers, like. But the thing about me and Chance, which is a blessing, is like our fans have real life relationships with our music. And like when I see a lot of people, I've had people get married to my songs. I've had people have, you know, their prom send-offs and homecomings, and like it's like a thing where my fans also authentically, because of how I've gone through my career, have like essentially grown up with me. So it's almost like a thing where none of my fans, like somebody that's a fan of Taylor Bennett, I would never be in Chance's shout out to them.
Yeah, no.
But to the Joe Blow, the nigga walking down the street that he never heard my shit, he knows Chance the Rapper, he gonna be like, hey, you look like Chance the Rapper. And like, that's not some shit I'm trying to defeat. Because one, it's not that bad that
Right,
niggas
you
is
know
paying
what I'm
my brother.
saying?
And it's not that bad that even in that interaction, I get to be like, oh, no, I'm not. That's my brother. And then most times niggas would be like, oh, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Don't you make music too? Or da, da, da. And then to that double-edged sword thing, which is why I had to go back and be like, yeah, it's not that bad. Even when I was young, when a nigga was like, aren't you Chance? I'm like, nah, I'm his brother. And like, oh, rap some shit. And I got a whole opportunity to get on the radio or do some real shit. It's dope. You know what I'm saying? And
do you remember Matt Lyman?
Of course. I love Matt Lyman,
bro.
bro. That's my brother, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I love that nigga, man. I recorded my first Matt Lyman. I love that nigga. Let me record my first song ever in the back of his house while him, my dad, and Chance went to a meeting up the street.
Yeah. So he was gonna manage me early on. And
wow.
He told me this was like some of the most straightforwardest that I've ever heard in the industry. He was like, right now, Bishop, I got Chance, and I'm trying to get him to where he's going because he was dealing with Andrew at the time.
Exactly, with Andrew Barber. Exactly.
That they was building. And he was like, I don't have the time to dedicate to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's like, and that's unfair to you as an artist. He was like, so, we crossed paths later
Real
on down the
dude,
line. But that was like, you know what I'm saying, super solid to me. And I always
I feel like that's the realest shit that you could do, man. I'll say this, like, I take on a lot. Like, I'm an artist in my own right. I manage 3 big ass artists, Chance, A Damn Killer, and Lil Mew. But at a certain point, it'd be shit that I just be having to tell motherfuckers I can't do it because then it starts to be unfair to myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?